We are back. This is campaign 5 of The Adventures in Silvernell. What the Fae, The Odyssey of Chaos, episode 23. The players have met two primal influencers. One, the primal influencer of Earth, who has saying defeated is kind of wild because like she was already basically sick, but has been defeated and consumed by one of the party members, Ursine, who is now holds the soul of the primal influencer of Earth. And we also met the primal influencer of Air, Zeph. I don't think she gave her whole name or even that, but I'm telling you now her name is Zeph. And she is a big old bitch made out of air with pink cloudy hair. She came in trying to kill Earth, but was too late. Ursine, gaining that power, decided to internalize it, turning his dragon mark into a more of a dragon mark, giving him increased AC and some magical abilities as he starts to become one with nature and starts to cultivate that power. The party has a quick moment of kind of deliberating what they want to do and decided that they are going to head out of the Court of Autumn. But as soon as they get out of that temple, things start to go weird. The party finds themselves bickering. They find themselves lost for the first time in forever. And things are just going weirdly. And they just keep going weirdly for hours and hours. The party finds themselves tired and exhausted. They cure that magically for some of the party members, and then it comes back. Many more hours go by. About 26 hours in their heads have passed, roughly, depending on who you ask. Some have experienced more, some have experienced less. But they are distraught, they are confused, and they don't know they are sitting inside of this anti-therapeutic mud bath. A mud bath that instead of makes you feel real good, makes you feel all the icky bad things. And who would ever do that to you? Whose court could you have gone stomping through? Whose prize could you have stolen? We just don't know the answer to that, unless you're Tanner, who probably does. But we find the players. Correct, it was not you this time. We find the players dealing with some unresolved trauma, and I will ask them all to roll me a d20 so I know what order that we will be digging through this trauma.
Can I ask a question? Audience.
Of course.
Did you say the storm lady was named Zeph?
I did, and her father's name was Talos.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
Though for Scott's brain, I do believe it is spelled differently.
Okay, because I was like, she lost those powers, my friend.
Yes. A different biddy, but it does play into the... Is Talos the same Talos? And now this is Zeph, but a different Zeph. Cool. Because I just wanted to stress you out, my friend. I was like, well...
It worked.
Yeah. Different bitch.
She
is one element,
nah,
not all of them.
Out of here. I was like, nah.
She does want to be all the elements, but she is currently just air.
Cool.
And also for the audience at home, our friend Desiree has moved up to 2 exhaustion, and the rest of the party has 1 exhaustion remaining, or had 1 exhaustion at the end of last episode. Everyone is sliding up 1 exhaustion point, so Desiree is at 3, and everyone else is at 2. And I would just love to have those numbers, which are not affected by what I just said at all. It's flat roll of the dice.
8.
So what are those numbers? Oh, 8 for Sylvie.
I got a 10.
Okay. 8, 10.
8 for Tidbit.
Oh. You can have a roll off if you like with Sylvie, unless let me get the rest of the numbers because what there's like 8 8s, or it can't be 8 of you, but whatever.
It's a 12 for null.
Okay. Boom, and Ursine.
I also have a 12.
2 roll-offs. Null and Ursine, and Tidbit and Sylvie.
17.
And 19.
Ooh. All right. Sylvie is gonna go after Tidbit. And for my 12s,
5.
you guys
I got a 16.
Ooh, okay. So Null will go second. Ursine will go first. I should write this somewhere else.
Bro, why is my face so flippin' fat? It's just round.
You're playing a round character. What do you want from
Oh,
us?
that's right. I did it on purpose.
It's your it's your camera.
Yeah, that's like when I dyed my hair red for Dragon Tooth. That's what it's
Yes.
doing here.
Just overly committed. He said, "I want to be a shape," and I was like,
That's
"Yes."
right. Well, that explains the smell. Never
I gotta go. You're a mess. And then, Sylvie. Okay. Boom. We start with our friend Ursine. Let's see. Ursine, can you tell us the last moments you remember from the tail end of the chaos?
I was walking around trying to find our friends and like trying to convince them to go my way because I know my way around. And I was ambushed by, I believe, like 3-ish, maybe 4 people that I couldn't really see, but I have like tremor sight or whatever now, so I knew where they were. And 3 arrows were knocked into my 3 blights, which was fucking rude. And so I believe I tried to get some arrows into those guys, and there was no avail to that. And that was the last thing I remember. I think that's the last thing that happened.
Yeah. And these will kind of play out in these vignettes will not go in turn order for you and the things that you're interacting with, but you will kind of take a chance to do something, and then they will have a chance to react and do something, and then kind of going back and forth. So there'll be some time for you to state your intentions, they'll react, and then you can move from there. Just so everyone knows how that will be kind of moving. It's not going to be, you can use like things in your character sheet, letter actions, bonus actions, reactions, all that good stuff, but we're not going to be in official turn order. So a lot of things will be happening for you. But yeah, so you see those three arrows that you sense come in, boom, and then you try to send them back, and you are not able to do so. But you can put together. What's your passive insight?
Passive insight is going to be a number above 10. It is 15.
15, and 15 was the number I was thinking. Yeah, you're aware that they didn't miss you, that they are in fact aiming for your blights. They want they're targeting them. What would you like to do in this moment, knowing that?
I think that I am. Let's see. Do I know there's like are they grouped up or are they sort of spread out?
They are not. You know, there's 4 of them total. 3 of them were in your trimmer sense, and you were trying to line them up, kind of get a shot on them. So you know the locations are 3. There's one that is missing, and you know that was the one that didn't shoot you. But you know the general idea. They're not in a group together, but they're definitely like moving towards you in like a line or formation.
Yeah. Would I be able to hit? Would I be able to, if I were to attempt an attack? Let's say 60-foot cone. Would I be able to get like a good? Okay, yeah. I'm going to aim a bow up in sort of their general, or like aim an arrow up in their sort of general direction and like fire an arrow, and then that arrow will sort of be like held in stasis and then point down, and a barrage of arrows are going to rain down on them in a 60-foot cone.
Love that. I feel like we haven't seen. I mean, I feel like Ursine does like what I consider like baby magic. You don't really often do big magic, even with the summoning.
I'm angry.
Yeah, I know. And so it's very dramatic. You shoot this arrow into the air, made of wood, and maybe you tap into that the primal influencer inside of you, and you hold it in the air, and you splinter it out into just tiny shards, and you straight them into these like fine needles, and they just start to rain down. Is that a save?
Yeah, it's going to be a dexterity saving throw. The save is going to be a 17. So you got to beat a 7.
Right.
I think we meet. No, we beat.
Okay. And tell me about the effects of that spell. I'm assuming damage is being dealt. Are there any other?
Yeah. A creature takes 3d8 damage on a failed save, has half as much on a successful one. It is the same of that weapon. Yeah, so it'll be piercing. Nothing else.
Okay. You as you feel it raining down, you know that two of them end up passing. One of them fails and takes some of the damage. You don't have visuals on them. You're using your tremor. You're like relying on your tremor sense to kind of guide you in this moment. But you note that they stop when the spell hits them. Like the whole unit stops the whole group stops as a unit. They kind of take that damage or try to avoid it, and they all start moving again, heading back at you. But there are no arrows that come at you. They're just moving. Those three are just moving in a flocked formation, one at the point, two flanking it, just moving directly at you. Make me a perception check, because you do know there are in fact 4 people who are out here somewhere.
It's going to be a 28 perception.
Ooh, jeez. Note to self: give you something you're bad at. All right. You see that the 4th person, you hear them, and then you see them. They kind of like darted in towards your tremor sense. Like as you were kind of focusing on the other ones, they kind of like move into it, and then they come. You sense it all rapidly. First, you sense them on the tremor sense, then you hear them with your actual ears, and then you see them, and they are trying to cast a spell. I need strength saving throws. You're gonna make 4 of them. The first one will be for you, and then the other 3 will be for your blights. The one that you make will be with advantage because you spotted this guy coming at you. And it's strength saving throws. They
Okay.
use your stats if they don't have stats thrown.
My first roll was a 3. My second one for me was a 19 plus 4, so it's going to be 23. That's for myself. And then next of the 3 is going to be a 12, natural 20, 9.
Perfect. You save one of your blight save, and 2 of them fail. You see these vines, these not vines, these tendrils of like mushroom fiber. So whatever, like the stem of a mushroom, like minus the cap, it's like it seems like it's made out of that kind of like fibrous tissue. Didn't know how to explain that one, but I did. They kind of shoot out at all 4 of you. You are able to like physically just pull out of yours, and one of your blights is as well. The other 2 are first restrained, like they are locked in, and then you see them slowly start to sink into the ground. The blight that passed is going to jump out at one of them that failed, and is like trying to hold them up, but one of them is still sinking.
I'll run and try to help the other one out. Yeah.
Make me a. Are you just brute forcing it? In which case, I'll say athletics. If you have a more creative idea, I'll take that as well.
Nah, I think that this is like desperate. He's not really thinking very much. Maybe sleight of hand. But I don't think I really feel like I have the time for that, so I'm gonna go ahead with athletics.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 13.
Yeah, you are able to start to slowly, like, you are pulling it out, and it feels like almost like when you had first gotten your blights, you had to like unearth them, and they were like locked into place, and they were blights kind of like deteriorate the land around them. They kind of have like a rot beast energy to them on a floral sense versus a fauna sense. But if you remember, like, you feel like that as you're like planting your feet trying to pull this thing out of the ground, and it takes an immense amount of effort, and you do so. And as you kind of like pull them up and you hit the ground, your insight kind of like clicks in. It took you a lot of effort to save that blight, and you look over, and One blight is completely gone, and you see the feet of the other blight that was holding them up, like stuck out of the ground, like going down into it. You saved
Oh,
one
that's-
brother.
I'll attempt to help that one out too if I can.
Yeah,
Um,
and the one that you first saved will aid you in this, giving you
uh-huh.
advantage. You would have had disadvantage, so you have a flat roll.
Cool.
So you and your friend can roll a athletics again.
That is another straight 13.
Perfect. You are able to pull. You were able to pull out the top blight, but the top blight is not holding on to the bottom blight. So you have two of your three blights that are with you, and they start to start digging into the ground, like kind of frantically, like trying to go back to where they were coming from. And you are watching this. It's like they've always been a trio. Well, they've not always been a trio, but since they've become a trio, they've always been linked. And you're watching like a desperation on them that you kind of felt at first, but now has been mirrored onto them as they were fighting, clawing to try to save their little friend. And that is where I'm going to leave you as Ursine becomes very distressed at the loss of one of his blights. And we jump over to our friend No. Where do we leave No? What was the last thing happening for our mechanical circle friend?
Well, you said that I saw a duplicate. I don't know if I would really know what a duplicate is. All I really see is robot, and in Null's mind, that was very like, oh shit, Van
Mhm.
Greech sent people. They already have ways in here. Wait, what? I was a dick. So there's a lot of like, oh, maybe I'm not as in charge as I thought I was. So I think that's my reaction because I don't think I know what a duplicant is.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I tried to be invisible, and it was not having that. And I ran, and I think I threw things behind me. Let me look at my spell slots. I think
Some sort of, I think you like maybe tried to, it was thunderous energy. I think it was maybe a shatter.
yes, it
I
was
remember
shatter.
it
That's
was like
exactly what it
vibrating.
was. hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
and and correct. I don't think that Sharp would know what a duplicant is either. They aren't really used very often, and if they are used, they're invisible things that turn into other things. So, like, what is that? Um, Sharp could be a newer version of that, perhaps, as a person who would pretend to be other people. But that's speculation for your brain to make at later times. But you do see this robot. It was visually invisible. You heard it first. And you heard you heard it making like mechanical noises, and then you heard a warning from Tibbet before he vanished, and then it missed an attack on you, and then you saw it appear and has full mechanical body, about 6 feet tall, two heads, like kind of just like bam, split the center. And they're kind of looking at you, and they said that you have been marked for elimination. And I believe the last thing you saw was Tidbit. You had looked towards Tidbit to see where he was going. He was running off, and then this robot back at you saw you. It was kind of exciting. And I will give you first turn, just because that seems like a kind thing to do.
I don't know, bro. Are my friends? Am I going towards my friends?
You in fact don't see them. You know that you saw Tibbet last, and the duplicate had split between you. So you are on one side, the duplicate was here, and then Tibbet was vanishing in the distance, running away from or towards something else.
And it's really dark here.
Mm-hmm.
How far can I see? Like 30 feet?
Um, you can see like about the problem with vision is not the light, is that there's just so many things in front of you. There's a lot of vines and things hanging in front of you, so a lot of obscured view. But you can see probably like 15 feet in front of you up until vines, but the light is no issue for you. There's enough ambient light, and it's like not fireflies, but like bioluminescent tree. Like it is just glowing in here, very like dark light.
All right. I'm going to use my action to throw down one of my robotics. Which one am I throwing down?
Robotics.
Yes. Let's do... Who does damage? 3d8 fire. 3d8 force. Let's do monster. We're going to throw down a little robot monster. Right at its feet. Right at its feet. And then bonus action, I'm going to yell... Take it out! And then I have 2 exhaustion, so my movement speed is half, so I'm at 20. It's at 40. So I'm gonna try to go. I'm just gonna run right by it. Is it how close to me is it? 10 feet? 5 feet?
Yeah.
All right.
You can say 10.
I'm gonna run right by it. I have mobile, so I don't provoke opportunity attacks.
Gotcha. What is Munster doing? Is it making any
It's
attack?
aiming up and shooting with a 13, which is probably missing. Yeah.
Oh, it's the ballista shot. Yeah.
At the slingshot robot. That's how I make it with 2 heads.
Oh, okay, cute. 2 heads versus 2 heads. I like it. It looks back at Tidbit, and it looks back at you. And as it looks back at you, you're making the decision. And it looks back at you, but it looks down because you've summoned Munster in front of it. And it's like, is this a weird joke? Because it has 2 heads, and it's like, are you being offensive? And it like rears back. Munster rears back, and it shoots at it, and it just kind of like catching popcorn. It just eats the ballista blast. As you roll by. It just kind of like turns its head and looks at you. It doesn't even reach out to hit you. It, like turns its head and looks at you, and then looks back at the monster. And we use presumably its action to reach out and pick it up.
It eats it!
One of the heads.
Ah!
It's as it's eating it. The other one says elimination. Elimination.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when
They
you
really
put the
can't talk
stress on
mouthful.
E like that, it makes it sound like it's environmentally friendly, okay? Like it's worth of solar power. I'm just running while I'm saying this. And if I can do anything else, I'm casting grease behind me. So
you appreciate our tone of voice? That is good to know. No,
Yes.
Grease is a deck save?
It sounds like it would be. Yes,
It does.
It is.
Perfect. Or fall prone, correct?
Yes.
Grease. Ooh, it turns at you and it's like, eat lemonade, and it starts coming after you, and it's just like, probably you don't see it, but you hear a lot of like, instead of hearing a lot of donk, donk, donk of it running, you hear a lot of like crashing, like hitting limbs as it is like skating. Arms are flailing behind you. The camera sees you rolling, and it just like kind of behind you as it is fails its save. It is going prone and it's just sliding around to a damp force. And we will leave you there. We jump over to Desiree. How about you fill us in on the drama we left you off with?
I'm dying. Water. That bitch is hungover as hell because she needs some sunlight. She needs to photosynthesize. Craziness. That's probably where her mind is at more than anything else, because she's now at the point with 3 exhaustion points that she is not very coherent about what's going on around her. She just knows that she doesn't feel good and she needs help to fix this.
Yeah, Des is having a rough time. You wake up, you're feeling the effects of 3 levels of exhaustion. You are also feeling the unrelated effects of not having the sun. Which is also leveling into this hangover / exhaustion. So you have more exhaustion than everyone else. But also you're like just kind of lethargic. There's a lot of things like going back. You also at the end of the episode, as you were trying to follow Ursine, I believed. You sense that you are also being hunted by something. So you're tired, you're out of your element, you're being hunted, your friends aren't around. As always, I will give you first choice. What would you like to do? You feel literally all of those things at the same time.
I feel like she is a little bit in fight or flight when it comes to her own body at this point. So I feel like she's analyzing her surroundings as best she can, using all of her mental willpower to try and, at this point, not even come up with her own light source. Like, she's finding the sun. Like, that's the point that she's at now. So she's trying to find either an escape route, something that might look like sunlight peeking through, even though intellectually she knows that it's probably not sunlight, but she is, like, kind of in panic mode.
Yeah. Make me you've been using nature checks. Maybe a nature check.
That's a 26.
Your heart of hearts is telling me that you need to go up. Like the sun is being blocked out. The sun is likely still there. It's just being blocked out. When you've been to other courts this sun isn't as it's not as hot as it is in the court of summer, but you've been to other courts that have the sun, or like, you know, if you've been to other courts and not been sick before, so you're assuming that like maybe this is just like some sort of protection mechanism. So if you're like, if I can get up past the canopy, then I can like find the sun. That's where your brain goes.
Cute. Okay, we're gonna pop a cute little wild shape then as she gets into her little fire owl form that she's always rocking, and is gonna shoot straight up as fast as she can. As fast as she can in this state.
Which is still pretty fast. I feel like, because what is the you know off the top of your head?
My fly speed is 60 feet in that form.
Yeah, so you're at regular movement speed with the half movement speed because you're down to 30, so you're still moving at a good pace. Make me a I'll take acrobatics or Constitution, which is such a random thing, but like I want it to be a con check.
A con save or just regular con?
Either a con check or an acrobatics, whichever you feel like would be better for you.
Oh no! That was a 5.
Was it on?
It was Constitution because I had +2, so it was technically a 3.
Okay. Yeah, you start to fly up, and it's like you're trying to wild shape, and even that takes a lot of effort out of you. It's like you're trying your hardest not to just yak everywhere while also driving your car. Like you are, you know, it's like I gotta throw up and I gotta poop and I'm driving home and it's traffic. And you're just like, oh, there's so many things happening in your body.
We all been there. We know that.
And you're flying up, you're trying to dip and dodge. You get some like bumps and bruises on you. You're like kind of like racked around, and you're sitting up there on a branch. You stop for a moment, you look around. You've been flying up for it feels like 6-7 minutes, and there's still so much more up above you. There's also so much down. Like you've made progress. You look down and you're like, okay, well, there's not the ground below me, but also up is like, damn, it looks just as high as before. But that con check, you kind of like, you sit there, you kind of puke and whatever. It can be death puke, it can be bird puke. You're just not feeling well. And you kind of just peak for a moment. And after that, you kind of look to your left or your right, whichever side you prefer, and you see your flaming companion who is sitting next to you, just like looking at you. A tree on a tree, just looking up at you, kind of like confused more than anything, just studying you, knowing you are the giant orange bird. You stand out.
He can fly also. Or it can fly also. So what we're gonna do is, in her delirium, she's gonna gesture out a wing to the wildfire spirit and see if he like kind of accepts it with his flamey hand or tendril. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I think last time it kind of was like the burning bush energy is like a tree and that's on fire is what I've imagined this thing is, and so it will reach out its hand to you. Yeah, and like kind of like holding hands. It seems like the vibe you're giving it. It will like reach out and hold your hand. It's your friend for sure. We'll take.
And we're gonna like Powerpuff Girls style, go up. I feel like her seeing her companion be there kind of gives her like a boost of, well, maybe I can do this after all. I'm not alone, even if my material friends aren't here. I have this soul tied friend that's been here with me all along, and she might get a little confidence boost, and they're gonna Powerpuff Girl style like shoot straight up, almost like a little orange red beam like lingers like how they used to, because she's gonna try, even I know it's only 30 feet, but she's gonna like try to go faster, now she's got her energy up, her spirits up a little bit.
Directing magic in a different way. Make me just a spell attack. So whatever your spell attack is, just add that to a d20 roll.
That was a 14.
You kind of like hit that Powerpuff move, and then your intention is to go up, but then you start to feel like a weird wobble, and then you understand that your companion is changing up what's happening. As you start to ascend, they start to spin and spit fire above them. So it's making like this like if you're just like you're shooting straight up, you're just burning a hole before you get there. Kind of like the idea of like, I don't know if you know this, but like shooting water before you hit it to like break the tension. It's trying to like to burn the fire so you don't run into it or anything. So you are flying through ash and smoke and all this kind of stuff. And only 30 feet. It feels like you shouldn't have made it as far as you did, but you crusp out into the sky. You pass the canopy, and you see the sun, but it feels almost. It feels distant. Just sounds wild because the sun is just very far away. You and the sun have always felt very close. Like the warmth is always just like right there with you. You see the sun, and it's like, why are you not making me warm? It's almost like it has turned against you in some way, and you feel that for almost an instant before you realize something even more terrifying. But I'm gonna let your perception roll decide how much of it you see.
A 15?
Yeah. First it's like it's that scene in White Chicks where it's like, oh my god, who blocked out the sun? When Terry Crews is like standing over it. You're like, what? You're like,
I wouldn't want you to melt.
right. The sun is on you, but it's cool, and then it becomes very dark, and at first your brain is kind of confused, and then you look down at the darkness and recognize the shape of it, and you realize it to be a wing. You look up and you see the underbelly of a very large dragon. Large is the incorrect word because it's bigger than large. You see a dragon, full size, like not obviously not a Tiamat. It's not like, you know, a mother of dragons, but that's damn near the biggest dragon you've ever seen. I think your smart brain would go to Son of Tiamat. Those are the head honcho dragons of, you know, Silvernail. You just often don't see them ever because they don't really care about what's going on. But they are circling this this area, and I do mean they, because as you kind of like wrecking around, you see the wing, you look up, you see one, it passes, another one passes. You see these sons of Tiamat have gathered and they're circling around this courted area. And I leave you in that stress to jump over to our friend Tidbit. Tidbit, where did we last see you, my friend?
Tidbit was riding on the shoulders, sharp, when Tidbit noticed more interesting things in the distant woods, his own god, Summer Song. So I hopped off that way, quickly got lost after about, I think you said half an hour of walking in the wrong direction. And thusly, I am very alone with a broken pocket watch, and I think I put myself in a bubble.
You did put yourself in a bubble, and you have not had water in it is passing 24 hours, which is giving you this weird like crusty thing. So if you stay still for too long, your body becomes solidified in that weird way. But we do find you, like, all that was accurate, right? Yep. We find you inside your resilient sphere, sitting there, rocking, stressed. As always, I turn the floor over to you. How would you like to start this?
Oh no. Oh no. Tidbit's alone again. Oh, what is Tidbit going to do about this? Oh. Oh, Tidbit's alone again. Oh, Tidbit's alone! Oh, it's been so long without all the chaos, and the demons, and the robots, and the very nice girl who sometimes goes on fire, and the very nice man who has those creepy little dolls that I don't know if they're alive or not. This means Tidbit can take a break. There's something I want Tidbit to do. I'm just trying to pick the way I want to do it. Oh, I like
I'm
this.
scared
I
how
like this.
Tidbit unwinds. I'm very afraid about what this break will entail.
I found something. Tidbit's like, finally. And he's gonna put down his bubble and just kind of look around and make sure no one's there. And then he's gonna just like crack his neck and hold out a finger, and the very bit is gonna start to glow. And then Tidbit's just gonna give a little like, oh boy, and tap himself and fall over dead. And I'm gonna cast Feign
Feign-
Death on myself.
I figured he would. I was like, I hate you.
Smart move.
A snap.
Good.
They won.
I don't
Yeah.
have anything else that'll make me unconscious longer. So, for an hour, I appear to be dead and am blind and incapacitated.
Not the
And-
possum trick.
And not inside your bubble, because the bubble goes down.
Yeah, the bubble's down.
I need the person with the lowest intelligence to find him first.
It's just a frog on the floor, dead. Got it.
And I have resistance to all damage except psychic.
Okay, per. One, tell me, does the spell do anything else besides make you appear dead? Damage resistances, except for psychic. Incapacitated is the condition you're in.
Blinded, incapacitated, my speed is 0. I appear to be dead to all inspection and any spells used to determine the target's status. And it lasts for the duration or until I touch the target and dismiss it, which I don't think I can do because I'm incapacitated.
Correct.
So I hear things, I guess, but I'm taking like a fake hibernating nap.
How long does this spell last?
1 hour.
Noted. Yeah. Oh, and last question. What is Tidbit's intention? What is Tidbit's intention in casting this spell? What is his goal?
Tidbit has not gotten like a real Tidbit break in since all of this started. So I think it's taking advantage of the situation at hand, because Tidbit knows whatever he does is right in the eyes of God, and it's the God of time, so when the time comes, someone will come for me.
I love it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you don't have to roll anything. So yeah, your spell kind of drops. You take your dome down, and you bring that magic up, and you tap your head, and you just you fall over. Not dead, but damn near, but dead passing. You are dead passing as you lay in this marshy, damp area by yourself. 30 minutes go by. 45 minutes go by. An hour goes by. 2 hours go by. A day goes by. 2 days go by. 3 days go by. 6 years later, you wake up. Tibbet awakens, and it is this moment of like a butterfly emerging from his cocoon, because you've been laying in this position for smooth 6 years. Smooth 6 years, just crispy. But as you start to move and wake up, it just kind of like, it's a real, it's a snake shedding its skin. It's got that like, you just kind of bust. I don't like talking about this anymore. You like pop out of your skin and you're just like, I'm fresh. But you look around and you can see that like everything has grown around you. There's just like a tidbit indentation in the ground, and there's just like grass that has grown up now taller than you. The vines that were hanging out are thick and are thicker in shape, like to more time has passed by. And you sit there and you feel something is wrong. You know in your heart more than an hour has gone by.
No. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck, Tidbit. It's like really overgrown, huh? Like 6 years? Oh, should I do it again? Why am I alive? I should have dehydrated. It must have been raining or
Also, how long do
wait,
Rung
so
normally live? Just curious. Just
About
quickly
when
read
he's
that.
chosen by God.
well,
That
it's
part.
druids that get that life extension.
That is the
At
correct
like
name for it.
18 or something.
Hey.
I believe grunts typically cap out at around 50 years
Oh, okay, yeah, you're
for their
fine.
max.
Oh, you're fine.
Be a hell of a way to
My
die on
general
extreme.
question for you though is if I'm getting exhaustion level every day, I'm not
Yeah,
wet.
you're dead.
And you die at 5.
You're dead.
Did I wake up
yeah.
again?
You did wake up. You have 3 levels of exhaustion. And you are however you think Tidbit would have changed in 6 years of time, like, getting older, like getting taller, or however a frog lengthens as they get older. You have those changes as well. Your body has gone through 6 years of time. You weren't like frozen in time. You've aged 6 years. Everything about you except your cracked timepiece is the same. Well, everything about
I've
you
gotten
has changed.
fatter.
The timepiece is the same. Sorry.
Timepiece is the same and broken.
Yes.
You know what, Tidbit? Sometimes we have to just accept that certain things are beyond our capabilities. I have no idea what's happening here, whether it's part of the scary conspiracy or whether all my new friends just decided to leave me here. So I guess in situations like this, all we can do is call on God. And I'm gonna try divine intervention because I got nothing else in my pocket.
Yeah. Talk me through that.
Divine intervention, action. You call on a deity to intervene on your behalf. Describe the assistance you seek and roll percentile dice. If the number is equal to or lower than my current level, God intervenes. How that happens is completely up
Equal
to
to 11
you.
your current level. Okay. So you're rolling a D100, you need under 13.
Yeah, 13 or below.
Woo!
Let's see if God loves me.
Yeah. What do you ask of God?
Um,
And then roll the dice.
can you fix all this? Keep it vague.
Better than a banquet, their food,
Okay. How do you feel about a 54, Michael?
That's just one or two higher than 13. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
Bruce is written. I cannot give that to you, but I do appreciate your
Mm.
effort. You wake up. What is your divine intervention does it look like? What does the casting of that spell look like?
I think very similar to how Tibet legend lores. I think it's just standing like face in the heavens, mouth open, croaking.
Help. Okay. Yeah. You sit there and you croak for a little bit, and you in the end of that, you kind of feel how you started. You feel that the aloneness. Passive perception of 20. You see the cracks in your timepiece get bigger. They start to as your failed limit happens. It cracks some more. Oh, Sylvie.
Hi.
Hi. Where did we leave you off at?
I was really angry. Yumi just stepped out of a portal holding my twin by the neck, about to murder that, and then all the other, agents of Tiamat just like step out, and I was like, oh, fuck me then. It's me versus all y'all. And I did some investiture of ice. So I'm a little frozen fairy boy, ready to fuck some shit up. Is where we left off.
Yes, chasing a scent, or something. As your rot beast form, you kind of moved away from the party, which kind of like sent everyone into this frenzy of trying to chase you, find you, move around. And you kind of were stopped when you saw a familiar figure, which was presented as your twin. And then as you got closer upon inspection, you saw that there were hands wrapped around, clawed, scaled hands wrapped around their neck. And Yumi, your the Black Abashi devil, and an agent of Tiamat, had their hands around their neck, kind of stepped out and said that it was either you or him, and obviously he chose himself. And then you saw that 4 more agents of Tiamat, the other colored Abashi leaders, step out: red, green, blue, and white. That sounds accurate. And they all kind of step out from behind trees, and there are 5 of them. And you go to this, almost like intuitively, you go to this place inside of you, this cold place, this like a place that like often feels like home, a place where you can't be hurt. It gets cold, and you feel it there, and it just kind of pours out of you, because of course it's your weakness in front of you, and it's like, if I weren't a person, I could do this. And that hag in you kind of clicks in, and you feel it in your heart. Unlike the Grinch, it gets colder, and it just permeates through your body, and your skin gets into that, as we mentioned before, that Emma Frost diamond skin. As you full on, your whole body freezes, and the ground around you starts to freeze as you have this aura of cold around you. And of course, I turn the stage over to you. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I mean, like, as soon as all of the other bitches step out, I'm going to bonus action Wrathful Smite, and then I'm going to use my action to Cone of Cold, the 5 that like just stepped out, however many of them I can like hit. So that'll be Constitution saves from whichever ones are within a 15-foot cone of each other.
And what is your plan to do about the twin who's being held by Yumi?
Yeah, so since I did a spell for my action, I get a melee hit. So I'm going to melee Yumi with my Wrathful Smite mace.
Well, I guess clarification for me is your twin inside the area of effect of the cone, or are you skipping the twin and Yumi from this? Are you omitting both of them so you can
Oh,
make
I'm
the attack?
skipping them from the cone. Yeah, that's why I like specifically was like the 5 that just like popped out. Those are the ones I'm going for with the cone, and then Yumi is the own entity that's gonna get a whop upside the head.
Gotcha. So there are 5 of them total. Yumi is one of the 5. There are 4 other. He's
Okay,
the black
so then
one,
the
and then
4
there's
out
the
there.
4. Yeah.
Heard.
That was the only thing. They got you. It's a con save, you said?
Yeah.
Perfect. They all fail.
Oh, perfect.
Such bad rolls. Such bad rolls.
$17 cold damage, and all of their speeds are halved.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna mace Yumi, and that'll be a 24 to hit.
It does.
And that'll be 16 bludgeoning damage and 4 necrotic damage. And he needs to make a wisdom save.
He rolled a 2.
So he is now scared of me. Fear. He has fear upon him.
Okay, and is it
He has to run away from me. Yeah, frightened condition.
Okay, great. So he will do that. Make me a acrobatics or athletics. I'm sure you're not going to either of those. But you're trying to, as he's running away, you see he's got his hand like, on the neck, and as you scare him, it just kind of like he clenches up more than lets go, and so you're trying to get him out. You're trying to get the
13.
Okay, yeah. You're able to. Your twin is a little bit bigger than you, but it's still just as gangly, and just kind of pulls it out of his hands. He does get a little hurt because Yumi has acid tipped fingernails, and so they're just little going on there. What is your passive perception?
My passive perception, or you want my passive insight?
Natural.
Perception's 12.
This is for okay. Like, what's your insight? I'll give you
17.
17. As when you hit that cone of cold, all the devils kind of like recoiled. One of them, the white one, did not seem to be as affected by it. Your brain knows that the Black Abashi does acid. Like, they all have these elements. They all each have an elemental thing.
They're
That's also
draconic
TMI.
type. Yeah.
So you knew
Of course.
it worked on all of them, but not. But that is something you do know. Like, elements will work on typically not one of them, but you could at least get the other 4. But perfect. You pulled away your twin from the grasp of Yumi as Yumi starts to flee. The other ones are kind of like got that cold frost on them. They're like their legs and feet are kind of like frozen, and they're trying to break out of it as their speed is reduced. Do you have anything else you want to do in your turn? Is there anything else you can do? That was like action, bonus action.
Yeah, I mean, no, I used it all up to do that shit.
Perfect. And what is the emanation effect from your Investor of Cold? Is their
10
speed is
feet. Oh, their speed
right.
is half. Yeah.
If it's half. Okay. And your cone of cold also give him half speed, or is it just minus 10? Okay, great. So
the cone of cold is the half speed, and then the 10-foot around me is difficult terrain of ice.
Right, perfect. Just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, the one that is the white abashi doesn't take the cold damage, but is slowed because they can't like really. That's just something they have to deal with. But they kind of like are breaking off the cold from their feet, and they're coming right at you. And as they get closer, and they freeze right in front of you as they use all their movement speed with the having half and then the difficult terrain. They just freeze right in front of you, 5 feet away from you, and they are frozen. The other ones also spend their turns trying to get to you, but they are not able. They're not fast enough, and Yumi is running away. He is fleeing, not screaming in terror, but he's more cursing at you. It's like, imagine if Tanner was afraid of somebody and had to run away, but like how Tanner would do that. He'd be like, "You fucking bitch, you think I'm really afraid? I'm just retreating for tactical purposes." Like, it's that energy.
Very on brand.
And so they end their turns, and they're not able to do anything because of you fuck with all their speed. So it is technically back to you. And also you have your twin with you. Who we keep calling your twin? Do you have a name for your twin? I didn't name them. Not my character.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like,
I hadn't really thought of their name. I thought that you had a name for them, but
well, it's perfect because as you see them, well, you don't have to make anything. You kind of look at them, and you have a 17 insight, as you mentioned, and you look at them, and you've always called them your twin, and maybe in this moment you're realizing that you don't
not my twin.
know what their name is. So you've always just you have this established relationship with them, but you've never spoken to them. It's always been conversations about them or how they affect you, and so you don't really know who this person is. But you look at them in that moment, and you're remembering that conversation of, do you even have a twin? And you're looking at this twin you're saving. You're like, what's going on in your brain as you have this face with the mirror moment?
I mean, from what was that gaggle of hags called?
The Hourglass Coven?
Yes, the Hourglass Coven. After them kind of just planting their seed in my brain and getting my thoughts going on oh, Mother's not actually Mother. I'm an experiment. The person I've thought to be my twin the entire time is actually what I was created from. Right? I mean, I'm Sylvie's following all that correctly, right? Okay, yeah. Trauma.
All accurate, yes.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. This is gonna be Sylvie's a vain bitch. I'm sorry, but I'm just my imperfect parts. Is how I like see this. Like I'm the perfect version of like what this is that created me. Like not even necessarily like a sibling figure at this point, but more of just like fuck, I came from you. Just mirror shatter moment, like
Yeah, and as you say that, I'm a better version of you. I came from you. The mirror shatters in a third way as your twin is replaced with Auntie BB, who stands there and is in your like psyche. You're like, it's like you and the twin. It's like, oh, we are
yeah.
the same person. You make those statements, those connections, and it just shatters, and it's a third person is slotted in there, and it's like we are the same person. The way you feel about your twin is also a way you subconsciously
Feel
feel about.
about yeah.
Yeah, you are
That
a
makes
better
complete
version of her.
sense. It's true, I'll do it.
Yeah, which makes sense of why she wants to keep you under her control. She needs your power. But as you have these realizations and you come into your power, we're gonna let people go to the bathroom and come into their power. It's using the restroom. It's free will. Take a small break, my friends. We will be back for more mind games because it's over now. We just love mind games. Bye.
Bye.
We're back, and unfortunately, there were some technical difficulties. We got pets, and pets like cords, and cords power the internet. So watch out for pets. But we are back. We're in the Fae, and things are getting fucking freaky. They're getting faking freaky. I did it.
Good job.
Earth sign. We left you off. Your two of your blights were dramatically digging into the ground, trying to get to their third blight that had been sucked through the ground, pulled in by a spell from one of the four bogies, as they call them, that have been approaching you. You do still have eyes on the person who cast the spell, but there's also the problem at hand in front of you. But
Mhm.
that's what you see. What you experience.
Would I be able to like reach in and pull out the last blight?
You're absolutely welcome to try.
Okay.
We were using athletics checks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would this put me like would I be put into this like spell if I were to do this?
No, you had. I mean, you got hit by it as well. You just passed the check from the original effect,
Okay.
and so that was just kind of the after effects. You don't think the spell kind of went away after it hit and it started pulling, and you started reacting. So you're fine. But make me a athletics check. You have disadvantage because of
Exhaustion.
there it is. The DC is scaling. All right.
Cool.
Let me know what you get.
So at disadvantage?
Yes. Well, you would have help from your blights. They're definitely helpful.
Okay.
So it's a natural role for you.
Okay, it's an 11. I got an 11.
So you should have pets in games, friends. Even sometimes it's
Mm.
not good enough. You reach in and you kind of digging down. You were able to like hand in there. You can feel their references are so hard because they always seem so dirty. They are opening the hole for you, and you're reaching in there, and you can feel something that is down there. You feel it wriggling and being pulled away. You almost like have a hand on it. And you grab it. 11 is not the strongest. As you try to grab it and pull it out, you are overcome, and you are in fact pulled into it versus pulling it out of it, and you are sucked into the ground. Dirt just on your face. It's damp. It's like you're being pulled through cake batter. It's just uncomfortable. It's warm. It's mushy. It's damp. You can feel it all over you, but you don't feel dirty, but you feel disgusted. It's like humidity, but in tangible form. And you kind of like are moved to this place, and you are popped out on this other end, kind of similar to how you felt when you moved through that fake training, got killed, and moved into the room with Melody.
Mhm.
Whereas that one was like whimsical and like magical. This is like they should shut this ride down and never let anyone else on it again. This is definitely a safety hazard. That's how you feel getting kicked out of this thing as you're like pulled through. You're like, oh my god, and you kind of are jarred out of it. You're pumped out, and you see standing in front of you are your twig blights. They are in stacked order, making your echo, but they have this like your echo is always like mimicking you but like also like neutral male. The one what you were seeing in front of you, while it is your 3 pieces, it is giving like Huntress, as if your echo has been taking like mannerism lessons with Sylvie. They're like their hand is prompt, their kind of hip is popped, and they're just sitting there looking at you, kind of like tilling with their nails. Then you see this. I wouldn't say your echo, but you see this echo standing in front of you, made of your blights, and just kind of looks at you.
I'm going to attempt to summon my echo.
No, thank you, she says. They're gonna stay with me for a little while. I've been wanting to meet you.
Oh, well, I don't know who you are, so can't say the same.
Oh, well, it's okay. She puts her hand out. You can call me Mother. Everyone else does.
You're not my mommy.
I could be.
That's fucking weird. No, thank you.
Welcome to the Fae. Everything's just a little fucking weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, yeah.
We get used to it. You came into my house, and I just want to know why.
I think to pass through. I think
Where are you going?
the where am I going again? I think we're going.
Well, originally you had. I mean, it depends on how you want to answer the question. You had come in to kill or to interact with the primordial influencer, and then you just try to get all those things. The reason you came this far into the court was because you were heading to Tris Listi, but when you woke up after getting your power, you learned that you didn't need to go to Tris Listi, and you were in fact trying to get back out and go to Statue City. So there are lots of truthful answers here, and also that if this is the fungal mother, that she is part of. You don't know a lot about it, but the Fae members of the party have told you that she's kind of shady. And she sits on the acapella. She is the court, and the court is her, and she's a nosy bitch. But
I'm gonna cast locate plants and describe the like specifically the twig blight that was sucked in, and see if that is what I see in front of me, or if they're close by at all.
yeah, are you trying to do that? Casting magic isn't something that's subtle for you. Are you?
It is vocal and somatic, so it is not subtle at all.
Yeah, she asks you where you're going, and you're just like kind of ignoring her, and you start to cast a spell, and it does. The spell tells you that that is your blight. You see that they are all stacked up on them. They're all stacked up and making this echo. Making a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, for sure. Natural 20.
Oh yeah, you've got this things for like these like Flora mother figures. The last time you've seen this kind of thing happen is when Agba inhabits your blights and speaks to them. She's never like stacked them up as an echo and done it. She always just will speak through them, just as little beings, just giving tips and tricks. But this one is very much they're trying to send a message, and they are piloting these blights, which are natural things, but they lean towards the darker side of unnatural, which you would know is the fungal mother's like natural domain. So she's like, you can assume she's like hijacked and is piloting these things to speak to you, or you would assume so. Yeah.
Listen, I don't exactly know who you are, but these creatures that you're inhabiting, they have their own free will, and they are not yours. So I'm going to have to ask for them back. Thank you.
Well, what is free will, especially with loyal subjects? If they will do what you want, is it really what they want? But I'm not staying long, don't
Mostly
worry.
what they want.
Okay. If that's how you feel about it, then I have lots of low subjects who would absolutely die for me, and that is good for me to know. Um, you, on the other hand, seem to be very different. I want to say powerful, but I don't like to lie. There's something special about you, something unique, I think.
I'm old.
Oh,
I
aren't
think
we
it's just
all?
old.
You don't know the half of being old, I promise you. You look great, and I'm sure you're young.
Maybe by your standards. I don't have a long lifespan compared to others, so I am comparatively old.
Well, the length of our life can be a blessing or a curse. Some people prefer to live a long time, and some of us prefer to live a short time, but we don't always get what we want. But here we are, playing the hand we're dealt.
Yes. Speaking of hands dealt, the one that was dealt to me were these three blights here, and I would again like to ask for them back, please. Thank you.
Oh, as soon as we're done here, you'll have your toys back. Don't you worry. I was hoping that I can make a deal that I think that you would enjoy. I've heard some rumors about you that seem to be quite up my alley.
Is it you giving these blights back to me? Because that's really the only thing that I'm focusing on right now.
Well, I was hoping I could convince you to retire today
Oh!
with your blights.
With them? Absolutely, I would love to. Without a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Without
You
a
don't have one.
without a heartbeat.
the
Yeah.
heartbeat.
Yeah. Maybe in one. I still want retirement.
She's for the first time she like moves towards you, and she's very graceful. She saunters towards you. The feet of the blights don't move. She just kind of glides over the earth towards you, and her hand comes down the side of your face. So you wouldn't have a
Gross.
problem.
No, thank you.
You wouldn't have a problem retiring as long as I give you back your
No,
blight.
not at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
I just have to finish my current job and then retirement right there.
well, you could just do it today. Doesn't that seem easier?
Well, I'm already a quarter of the way through, and I hate to finish something that I've already started and not have it completed.
Oh, well, you've done your part. There are others, right? You and your friends, they can do the. You've collected a primal soul already. You can't hold more. It's okay. You can stay right here and just rest.
That's fair, but they seem to be a bit on the chaotic side, and I feel as though we need somebody to be able to keep them all together. So, again, if you could hand over the surprise, it seems like you're just speaking through them. How about you manifest yourself here, and then we can talk about it in person. If I need to take my blights by force, I have absolutely no problem doing this.
Oh, I would love to see you do that, but you dying is not really gonna help me out in this moment. I would just like to humbly request that you and your blights retire. You can stay here if you want for as long as you like. You don't have to do anything. You just gotta sit there and
Kind of smells bad here. I don't know if we want to stay. I don't know.
Well, we can fix that. And she snaps her fingers, and it smells like something that Earth sign would enjoy. Whatever your brain knows that to be.
Retirement.
Yeah.
Smells like peace. And she snaps and she changes the smell of the place. Listen, all you have to do is ask, and I can give you everything you want. I'm not one of those people who want you to do things to me. I just want you to stop doing things and just rest. You seem so overworked.
I absolutely am. And I plan on relaxing to the max as soon as this job is done. Not really loving your vibe here at the moment. So again, I'm gonna ask you to manifest yourself here. We can deal this little. We can deal with this little situation, person to person, and I'll be on my merry way. Thank you.
person to person. You must not be from this place. Some of us are beyond personhood. Some of us are whole places, whole ecosystems. I cannot manifest myself to you because I've already manifested myself to you. You've walked on me, you've pushed through me, you've stepped on me, you've killed on me. And yet you didn't ask my opinion then, but I will respect yours now. You can have your blights back. I regret that we won't be able to work on calmer terms since you won't be accepting retirement. I thought you would want it, but you seem to be committed to working. So perhaps I should let you get back to that.
It's less that I'm committed to working, and I don't really respect how you've come about this. You have injured those whom I love the most, and I do not think that anyone's best interest is closest to you.
Okay, well, I do apologize. And she kind of like taps each part of it, head, shoulders, knees, and toes kind of energy, and she heals the blights of any ailment they have. And she puts her hands out to you, and like boop, 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 hits all three. You see them like kind of revitalize, and parts of her start to like recede, and it extends their hand. You can assume that she's also trying to heal you if you have any injuries. But yeah,
If you truly mean your apology, I forgive you. I don't think that you truly mean this at all. And if that's so, once I get out of this place, I hope that we never cross paths again.
Make me a check of your choosing to what's the wording I'm looking for? It as the scene is wrapping up, there's like a something in the back of Ursine's brain that just tickles. It's like something is off about this place. So you can make a check of your choice. The DC I will tell you after you make the roll. But yeah, whatever you choose will be something that you're looking for, you're trained for. And then I will fill that in. But it's whatever stat you want to use, whatever skill check you want to use for that.
I'll use perception.
Yeah.
Use perception.
Make me a percepi check.
Percepi checky.
That is going to be a 21.
Perfect. It's the inverse of your DC, which was a 12.
Perfect.
It's like one of those weird moments of let's imagine we're in real life and you're a little kid and you're trying to teach yourself not to wet the bed, and it's like one of those like I didn't walk to the bathroom, like I know I'm not here, I can't use the bathroom, I have to like wake up and go to the bathroom. This is not the real bathroom. You're gonna have one of those moments. You've like been moved through so many spaces and your brain is like kind of wrapping around that, and you're like, wait, all of that doesn't track. It's like when you're in a dream and like, oh yeah, I walk through this door and I'm on a boat. I walk through this door, I'm in a pyramid. It makes sense in the moment. When you step back and remember, you're like, that shouldn't make no sense. You're like, with that perception roll, you're able to like try to gain consciousness while in this weird dream, and you start to clock those inconsistencies. Something is up here, and you don't even think that 21. That's a good one. Yeah, the fungal mother is a part of it. You don't know if she is in fact the source of it per se, but she is definitely a part of this experience. And the 21, I'll also give you this. Your brain knows that you were trying to, when you first came in here, you kind of asked like, why were you here before? You first came in here because you were going after the primordial influencer, and then you kind of kept going, or the primordial prince at that point, and you kind of kept going as you're going to Trisi Listi, and then you realize you can't turn Trisi Listi off. You need to get back out of there. And at that point of trying to leave is when all this weirdness started to happen. You kind of had the impression that whatever this dreamscape is, was trying to kill you. Like, that's like, oh, like dying here is bad. It doesn't seem like the 21, you don't think that is actually what's happening. You're almost positive that this thing is just trying to keep you from leaving. Its goal is, whatever this effect is, it's trying to keep you inside of the Court of Autumn and not let you out. And then once you decided that you wanted to leave is when the effect kicked in to lock you in. But your brain is starting to realize that you're like trapped inside a magical maze, and you're like, and your brain is starting to work through that. And I'm gonna jump on over to Null. Null, you getting chased by duplicates?
Well, I was running, your mitt was slipping and falling in grease.
Oh yes, it was giving the whole we were doing Looney Tunes. Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. It's giving like a big shibboleth, so it kind of boom, hits the ground and is, it's swirling around, and you're still able to keep on rolling. What would you like to do? It has eaten Munster.
Oh shit. I got nothing. I'm going through my mental spells in my head. I don't know what I can do here. If invisible, it doesn't matter. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Are there trees or anything near me?
Yeah,
How
so much invitation.
they go up high?
They go so high you can't see the sky.
Okay, great. Spider climb. Jump on it. I'm gonna shimmy up the tree. Shit.
Perfect. Yes. As you cast spider climb. You slap your hands together and they get all weird and sticky. That acid is multiple uses. You start to climb up the. Also, now I'm thinking about like what is a circle climbing? That's crazy.
I think if you have a tube like this and you have like something like that, as it's going, it's just doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
So like from the front, it looks like, but it's really just like. Because I got hands, but like I don't even think they could touch fingers, to be honest with you.
No, you're just so wild.
I think it's like this. Yeah. So I'm just like grabbing.
Yeah. Often I'm
Anyways.
like, I think about the fact that you're like coin shaped, and I'm like, how do you do things that? Anyways, yeah. You start to spider climb up this tree. The duplicate, it kind of takes its time. It gets up off the floor and it grabs a tree and it starts to shake it. It cannot climb things, obviously. I would love for you to make a dex.
Wait. This tree goes further than I can see, and it's shaking it?
Yeah. It is just like.
Oh my gosh. What a
Little body.
trunk.
Yeah, and it's not that it's like super dramatic. I guess you're also using magic. You're not like technically hanging on, so you have advantage. So make me a dex check with advantage because you're not usually using. You're not holding on with your hands. You got magic holding you up.
Well, that's an ability check. I have disadvantage, so this would just make it regular.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, I'm still exhausted right now. I got 2 exhaustion points. I gotta honor it.
Who would do this to you guys?
I wish I wasn't that kind of person, because that's not good. But I also have a flash of genius. So you said Dex? Oh,
Yes.
It's not too good. That's 13.
No,
With the flash of genius.
That is good enough. Thank you, Flash of Genius. As it starts to like shake you around, there's a bunch of like there are trees, there are vines, it's like a bunch of like vegetation that's just kind of everywhere, and I'm just kind of moving you around. You're stuck to one thing, and you just kind of get stuck to something else, and it pulls off, and like it's like moving you around accidentally as you're like you're kind of sticking you, and you're moving away, and also you're trying to get away from it. So now you're having this weird like chase scene because it's just too big. You can tell that of its shape and size. It's just too big to like climb these things. It doesn't have like, and it has no magical abilities. It's like I can turn invisible. That's about it. It needs to touch you. So it's chasing under you and it's looking at you and it's hoping for you to fall. So just running on. Every time you stop moving, it's grabbing onto trees and trying to shake you out of it. What is the time limit of that spell? I'm sure you can. If it's short, you have spell slots. But
Spider climb is up to an hour concentration, and I'm
Damn.
going I can only go 20 feet every 6 seconds, but that's how far I'm going. I'll dash if I can take it, but I don't know how spider climb works in that way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it would just allows you to. It just gives you a climbing speed equal to your movement speed, so you can dash and you would get
Equals that of walk speed. Okay, I see. Yeah. I'm just going for as long as I can without being shaken out of this tree. If I need to keep rolling to not fall.
No, you got it's an hour and it can't do damage to you. So it really is just like it's just chasing you and trying to scare you.
I'm definitely looking for spots to rest so that when this wears off, I'm not fall down, like branches to get on and stuff.
Yeah. Make me a investigation check, which I'm sure you'd be great at.
Disadvantage though. 18 wait, no, 13 plus 8. What was my disadvantage? Sorry. It's a plus 10. Okay, yeah, so that's 18 with disadvantage.
Yeah, you are able to. you don't have to like see where you're going. It's kind of like you're like mapping, like you're blueprinting ideas in your brain. You're like, I need this kind of like thing to land on, and you see it. You're like, that's it, and you like kind of make it there, almost at like the 59-minute and 59-second mark. You're like, and I land, I can rest. The spell goes off. You can layer on the new one, and it kind of becomes this whole thing. But you know this thing is under you and it's chasing you. It's kind of like playing
Is this
floor is
a
lava.
tree branch? Am I on a branch or like a canopy? What am I on? What's my resting spot?
Let's call it a solid branch, kind of like it's a branch that has like weird sprawling branches laterally, so it's almost like a platform that's kind of made out of
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
Um,
I can like rest back on it. Whew.
yeah, it's kind of sit there, and it's like it knows you're up there. This is also something you look for when you were looking at things to map out. It is a sturdy tree. It's a big tree and you're high enough that it's not being shaken. But you do see like you look down and like, how's it going? And he is still down there, just like both his heads, just kind of like angry. One is still yelling.
I also want to point
"Eliminate!"
out that if I'm going for an hour, it's a miracle I can see him, depending on how tall these trees are.
Oh,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
did the math, and if you go for an hour at 20 second, you're 2.2 miles up.
By God, he's pissed down there. I definitely know he's down there though. I definitely
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Well,
You can
far
feel the shaking of the trees. You can. The only other thing that's happening, only other action that you're perceiving in the forest is like from you two. It's like you're chasing
Gotcha.
the corn stalk is moving. Well, it has to be either me or the guy chasing me because Wells is out here. One of those kind of energies. Like I don't see him, but like I know that their presence there. You also can hear him. He's very loud, and there's two of them, and one's yelling "Eliminate! Eliminate!" Over and over again. It's not. There's no stealth happening. It is very like.
I'm just gonna take the fucking pistons out of my pack and just start dropping them one at a time, wherever I think they're below. Just like, take this, you freaking robot.
Make me a.
Oh, they're pittance. Excuse me, but I just dropped 3 of them.
I got you. The DC is secret, but you get to make a check of your choice. It's kind of one of those back of brain moments. The thing that that you would look for in either character wise, that something that stands out, something that would bring you calm, something that is like the next thing to do. You're looking for something that to ground you in this moment. What kind of skill check would that be?
Oh, investigation.
Yeah.
And I'm
Just like-
too exhaustion, so I'm rolling as a disadvantage, or is this something different?
It is still a disadvantage.
All right. Sure. 12.
Okay. Is that even with your flash of genius?
I don't have any more.
I'm geniused out.
Yeah, I'm a dum-dum.
Yeah, you kind of you're sitting up there and you're kind of like having this. You're trying to figure out what to do. You're like, you've never been chased by other robots before. As you mentioned earlier, like you were supposed to be the only one in the face. Like other things in the face attacking you. Is like, wait, what? Like you're like the placement of your ego on like the whole like I'm the only one here. It's like that's kind of rocky. So like you're up here like having like. It's similar to like a midlife crisis, but like for an artificially created robot who has one purpose, and you're like, wait, what is that purpose?
Definitely busting out this chest first second I get to be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, and you're absolutely welcome to take out that chest. It looks like just for player brain and for no, it doesn't look like it's taken any explosion. There's no like charge on it. It looks like a pristine like before it got blown up box. It just looks normal. There's no scarring on it.
Okay, I'm not gonna blow it up so it's like super big, just like medium size, and I'm gonna aim it away from me and open it this time.
As you open it, it's kind of like the first like 3 seconds of a what do you put the record? Oh god, the record player. There it is. I was like, huh. So it's like that weird like, and it's like, if you are hearing this message, you have been selected for elimination due to disrespectful.
I I'm going to get in the. I'm gonna put the chest beside me, make it bigger, and then get in it and just start jumping on it. Like, oh yeah, let's handle this 1v1. All right, you said you freaking robot, just jumping, and I'm gonna shut the door over top of me.
And you shut it down, and there is, for a moment, absolute silence. You hear nothing.
I know you're out there.
In the box talking shit. It's like, you know that you can feel it. You now know what it's like to be a Pokemon. You go inside the Pokeball, you're in there, you feel it get like reduced to like the pocket Poke size. You're like, wow, it's still very spacious in here, even though I'm the size of a gumball. This is crazy. You feel it get reduced and enlarging, like your body is moving with those shapes. So you know that, like, logically, you know that you have gone to back to where you are, and then someone has opened you because you have gone small to large again. So you went small back into the ethereal plane, and now you're big. So something is not opened you, but activated you, and so you've arrived at your destination. You know, if you were hiding in a suitcase, you're just like, oh, we've stopped moving. Get out of the crate now. Kind of moments. You hear, make a perception check, or I guess, or you can use investigation if you want. You're,
17. They both were 7s.
Oh, perfect. You hear a lot of chatter, a lot of just a lot of voices. Where does Sharp believe that this box goes to? Not necessarily like the place, but like who does he think that he is communicating with?
Well, I got it in where I'm from, which is Unit 2, and I believe when they found out that I had escaped and gone to Silverware, that it was sent by someone who works for or the Overlord himself. And so it's natural to believe that it's from the Overlord in Unit 1.
Her. You start to hear lots of voices, and it's a lot of if you imagine what it sounds like for the guy who's in charge of creating drama on reality TV shows, it's like, oh, you should do this. Like, this seems like more dramatic to like rile them up. And it's like someone's giving out commands
Like
to
a
people
producer?
about, yeah, and it's like saying like different things like, oh, take this away from them to make them upset, or you should give them this to evoke certain emotions. So it's like giving people, and you hear people going like, copy that, got that, and so you like someone is calling out these commands to rile people up in some way. You have no visuals, you just have your the sound of the voices. Do you want to crack the lid and take a look?
Hell fucking yeah.
Make me a stealth check.
Oh, stuff.
How much WD-40 is on this chest?
I rolled a 2 and a 5, so it's gonna be bad no matter what I add to it.
You see that there is a large seated mechanical masculine figure, a man robot sitting in the middle, who is kind of like calling out these things, these commands. Its head is literally on a swivel. It kind of just rotates around. You see that there are computer screens all around the room, just like different layers, like almost like a movie theater. And they have like there are screens, and you see like there are people behind these screens, kind of like clicking and clacking. But they go all the way around. Make me the quickest perception check you've ever made in your life.
Oh, well, that was a disadvantage. So 8. Perception, 9.
Yes.
I think it's a 9. Perception. Yeah, it's a 9.
9. You see, I love to give you see at first, you see with the flash of the 20, you see on one of the screens or on a bunch of the screens are just like different kinds of species of creatures. Like there are some humans, there are some food folk, there are these like just different kind of species of people kind of doing things. And then you kind of look to your left and right, and you see a bunch of like you're on like this like a dais, like a circle altar, kind of like you're like this chest appeared on. You kind of look to your left and right as you kind of get open, and you see that there are like dozens of other chests that like go out from where you are. There's like just all these chests. And you see in front of you, you see all these. There are robots who are working on the computers, and on the screens are these other people, and you hear the robot overlord giving out commands of how to make them more stressed and do certain things. And then you notice as that guy's kind of calling out things, there's a very large sound, and all the heads swivel and look at you. And we're gonna move over to Desiree. Oh, Desiree, hungover hunted, and you see some sons of Tiamat circling above you. How are we feeling? What's going on?
Dez's first instinct, and it's probably going to take all the last bit of energy that she has to muster up. She is going to pop another wild shape, and she's going to wild shape into a dragon as closely as she can to resemble some of these other dragons that are flying around. I mean, if we've got sons of Tiamat flying around, why can't we have one singular daughter that flies in and blends in as well? So that's going to kind of be her strategy here, is to blend in and to not engage, not cause any drama, maybe even learn a little bit from being able to blend in with them for a while. Maybe they'll lead her to sunlight, who knows?
Okay, make me a history check as you go through your brain and you start to like, you're building like, I'm gonna be a daughter of Tiamat. You're trying to like pull in all the things you know about dragons so that you can make like a good OC character. You're like, oh well, if they have like, you know, these colors, I need to be like this color because they can be two of the same colors. So you're going into your brain for that.
I'm the queen of 15s tonight, another 15.
Hey, we love it. And that is good enough. Yeah, you have a nice idea of a dragon a dragon-like creature that you could manifest yourself into. Yeah, if you just gotta expend a wild shape and you turn into a dragon-like being.
And she's gonna attempt to fly. She's gonna have to ditch her companion, obviously, because that's gonna to give her away. So she might give him like, you know, a little nod as she enters that dragon-like form and goes away, kind of just to acknowledge him being there for her and helping her continue on as she separates from him.
Gotcha. What color is this dragon?
What color are the other ones that are up there? Are they all different colors?
These are such good questions that they are different colors, and those colors are written on a piece of paper that I have not in front of me. Oh, they are. Ooh, Sons of Tiamat. Okay, they are white, green, red, black, and blue. Oh, they're the same colors as the Agents of Tiamat. That'd have been easier.
We're gonna do a nice like maroony brown because I'm going off of colors thinking elements, and there's no like dirt or earth being represented. You know, if we're just gonna play it safe, extra safe. So let's do like a maroony brown.
Gotcha. Going for Earth. Perfect. You wild shape into a, what's the largest creature you can turn into? A large creature, right?
I think
'Cause
extra large. Let me see.
I think it's by CR, and it typically gets like large or at best gargantuan. I'm sure there's some weird creature you can find out there that's gargantuan size.
Yeah.
Okay, but you'd be a smaller dragon. You wouldn't be the same size as them. But yeah, you are able to wild shape. You will yourself. This is a artistic interpretation of wild shaping, but you are a Lord Girly, and so you're like, I can turn into a dragon. And so you also tap into that curse of Tiamat just a little bit, and you pull in some of that. So you got some hot earth going for you. And as you say goodbye to your companion, you see it kind of wisp itself into magical energy and kind of flows with you. It is not being left behind, and kind of attaches itself to your claws, giving you these like, you got some fierce red nail polish on, or like orange, you know, peanut burner nail polish on, and you've got that going for you. But you fly up there, and there's no like, they don't start immediately shooting at you. You know, they're not being weird to you. They are definitely like circling around. They're getting slower, and they're looking at you. And then the circle they're making gets smaller and smaller. They're as they're like passing by you, their faces are getting like more confused, and then they start to fly up to you. I got names. That's good. Shadrix, the white son of Tiamat. That's crazy that I just said that sentence. The white son of Tiamat flies up to you and he looks at you and he goes, "Who are you?"
I feel bad saying this, like you said too. Oh, I'm Desiree, the brown daughter of Tiamat.
He kind of looks around. Do we have a brown sister, brothers? And they all kind of look at each other. I haven't talked to mom in years. I don't know. Does she have a daughter? Does she have a daughter? She's smaller. She could be younger.
Surely you've
We
heard of the ancient tome of Tiamat. I mean, I'm mentioned in there several times. I would think that you would be up to date on our family lore. That's quite unamusing. I would hate to have to report back to Mother on this.
uh Tanazir kind of pops in, the green dragon. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Obviously, we have a sister. Stupid. She's the youngest of us all. She's Des. You can tell that he like forgot your name. He's like, she's Des. Yes, the Earth the Dragon. Why are you here? Sister,
Well-
no offense. You're welcome to be here.
I was sent here. Were telling me that you might need some aid in your travels. I haven't been up to date on what's been going on, but I was sent here post haste.
The red dragon, Velo Marcus will speak up, and he's like, "We were sent here to rid this land of the ones who cursed Mother, those who tainted her blood and sent her to that dark place."
Oh, well, no wonder she sent me. Of course, she would think that you guys might need some extra help. You know, the more of us, the merrier. The better chance we have of success. So, lead the way. I'm only here to help.
They all kind of like look around. The blue one kind of speaks up. Well, you see, we would lead you there, but we do not know where they are or
Ah,
who they are. Mother gives us all these things to do, but there are no pictures, there are no name. It's hard to who Elmira. What does that mean? I don't know. How do you find a? It's kind of hard. So we just kind of fly around to look busy.
Mother did impart some knowledge on me before I came to find you all. She did say that she was quite fungal-like, this creature that is in charge of trying to kill her. So, I'm not sure if that can be of any use to helping us find this creature, but maybe we're looking for somebody that has some sickness to them. Maybe an odd odor. Maybe we could sense them from far away. I mean, we're just gonna have to continue traveling together and looking, but at least maybe I could lead us in the right direction. If you haven't had much success so far, I would be more than willing to try.
Galazeth, the blue dragon, kind of looks around. You've you you've spoken to Mother, like you and her face to face, like a conversation. Like you've spoken, or do you just mean that like I have word from Mother? I just
Of,
haven't.
of
I
course,
should.
not face to face. You know how Mother
No.
is. Mother never
Uh,
communicates with us, as an individual, but I was told, through the grapevine.
I was not jealous, so no worries. I was just concerned that she talked to you and not me.
Um, although being the youngest does have some perks to it, I'm afraid that receiving extra love is not one of those, sadly.
Oh. Well, being the youngest also can suck because you have the least amount of time to make name for yourself. The five of us, we've been working to impress Mother for a long time, looking for a long time. So you're in last place, and I am not anymore. So he.
would be a true statement, I presume. Anyways, we can talk and continue looking at the same time, right? I guess we're looking for maybe any amalgamation of moving fungi or anything like that. Keep your eyes peeled for that, brothers.
The black dragon speaks up. Belladras, do you mean the fungal mother? That moving mass?
Mm, I hate to let my young age show at this moment, but if that is the creature that Mum spoke of, I didn't know that she had a name. Well, this is good news. Maybe you can help.
They kind of all, well, their heads kind of come together again. It wouldn't make sense why we couldn't find her if the fungal mother was hiding these Elmiras. Okay, perhaps we should search for her. You should take lead. We agree.
Well,
You are the wisest.
you have been ahead for a while and on this path, and I am just now joining you, so I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of the heavy lifting and giving y'all a break.
Boy, uh, Desiree, make me a DC unknown skill check. Again, it's one of those back of the brain things. It's something that feels intuitive to figuring out what's going on. So whatever you skill check you'd like to make, let me know what you roll with disadvantage. So sorry.
I don't want to do nature again because I keep doing it and it's my highest stat, and so I feel like that's cheap. So I want to do.
I will also give you the help action from the brothers. They don't know, they're just like being helpful to you. They don't really, they're not, they are in the scene, but they are not aware of that what is happening on a meta level. But you have the help action because your scene likes you.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a performance check only because, like, it's not good, it's not helpful to me, but I feel like she's not a charismatic person whatsoever. She's not a good liar, and she's sitting here trying to convince this group based off of just knowledge that she has prior to this,
Yeah.
that she's telling the truth. So it's not like it's a persuasion, it's almost like it's a performance because it's that like hard and abnormal to her.
I'm here for you.
And maybe by performing, she'll inherently gain more context on what's going on.
Okay, yeah. So it is a natural roll. Disadvantage from being exhausted, and then advantage from the scene being on your side.
I got a 17.
Boom. All right. And the dragons start to follow you, and it is in Desiree's mind. It probably goes from a very stressful, like, oh no, like where are my friends and family, to this quick, like, you're wrapped up in the character you're playing. You're like, ah, yes, like I am with my friends and family in the sky, and we're looking for the fungal mother, and you're like, you get wrapped up into the delusion that you have, like you like you didn't perform it well, but like it was enough to convince yourself that you are actually Desiree the brown dragon, the daughter of Tiamat, and you're like, yeah, this reality works better for me. And we will leave you soaring in the sky looking for the fungal mother with your brothers as we jump over to Tidbit. Oh, Titty, my friend who sits in overgrown grass with clothes that are just 6 years too young for you. You've got long limbs. It looks like you went through puberty. I don't know what a stretched out fish, not fish, wow. Toad, frog, looks like, but you're gangly, but small. How are you handling being alone now that you're back from being dead for 6 years?
I'd say not great. I'd say Tidbit, too much of a break can start to be a bad thing. I wanted to take a nap, but I didn't want to take a 6-year nap. That's like a fifth of my life. Bull is gone. Oh, okay. We'll call for help. We can call for help. We can do that. There are people. Then I want to try and use sending.
Yeah. What is the weird thing for like it's the last like paragraph I'm sending. Maybe last sentence when you're casting sending to someone who's not in the same plane as you. What are the
Yeah.
what's the rule for that?
There is a 5% chance that the message does not arrive if they're on a different plane.
Mister just told me a number. I can do math. 5% chance. Okay, great. What is that in the
1 out of 20.
Thank you. I was like
1 out of 20.
Gotcha. Okay. So you can cast your 25 word sending. At the end of that, you will need to roll me a nat 20 to send it. Just picking up on the dice, what's 1 to 20? The high end.
It's a little different than what I thought that said, but
Yeah.
So what you're supposed to be. It should be
so like if I roll a 1, does not.
okay, great. Then that way.
It's like, how fucked up is this place?
We'll play it opposite. Don't roll a nat 20.
Oh, this little mushroom lady better not be listening. I'm gonna send this message to. I'm gonna try and send it to Demina, Queen of the Fae. Tibbet doesn't know anybody else who will reliably listen. We're gonna say, Demina, pissed off fungus lady, lost in woods. Time being weird. Any tips? Would prefer non-violent solution, if possible. If not, will just die. Yeah, that's 25.
And dice roll.
I need to not roll a 1. 18.
Perfect. You feel it, you croak and you feel the magic works. You hear back. Okay, you hear back. Tidbit. That sounds real rough. Told you. Be careful. If loved by time, all will be well. But that's 25th word. And you can make me it's a skill check of your choosing. Back of the brain moment. DC is unknown. Just tell me what you're rolling. What's your roll? You do have disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I think that it's just gonna do a perception.
Get into it.
Ooh. Ooh, it gets worse. Okay. That's a 12.
12. Yeah, you kind of you hear that. You cast the sending. You get the message back, and yeah, you're that happens. Your passive insight will tell you from that, doubling off of that, you don't feel like there is aid coming. You've done your Hail Mary. You've done your Hail Mary 2.0. You called God. You called the Queen. you didn't get much further than that. I think Tidbit is sitting in that moment of like it's the day of the test. He didn't study. He was like, it'll come to me eventually. And now you're sitting there, pencil in hand. You're like, I don't know anything on this test. If I start this test, I will fail it. As you're sitting in that pool of anxiety, as you are kind of like wallowing in that unknownness. Is there anywhere you would like to go, or do you find yourself staying in your overgrown meadow?
Uh, I'm gonna stay in the uh, meadow, but can I ask you a quick question,
Yes.
Mr. Game Master, MC Mike? Um, for the purposes of this game, would you consider all of the fungus and plant life like elementals?
No, they have the plant classification
Okie dokie.
or like type.
Um, right, right, right. So one last thing Tidbit's gonna do when all his cries for help fail. Uh, and that's gonna be firestorm and set the forest on fire.
Yeah. Where are you centering it anywhere particularly? You just want to start burning that bit down.
Okay, you want to play? Come talk then, little mushroom lady.
Yes. What level spell is that? Tell me about Firestorm.
That's a level 7 spell, so no house.
Tip it just worked up.
And sheets of roaring flame appear in a location within range. The area of the storm is up to 10-foot cubes, and I'm just kind of going in a straight line. Maybe turn it a little bit. And it does like 7d10 fire damage on failed saves, and damages everything else in the area, igniting flammable objects that aren't being worn or carried. And I can choose to have plant life be unaffected, but not this time.
Okay. And is that an instant spell, or is it staying up? Like, is it something you can just like move, or is it just one and done?
It is a instantaneous. So I imagine Tidbit's like, okay, kind of just concentrates a little Super Saiyan ball and just is like, just a one and done little outburst of like, let's talk then.
Perfect. Yeah, you kind of like channel all this rage into the palm of your hands, and you kind of shoot it off as in a little orb into the sky, and it kind of like flinkers out of existence, and then like 2 seconds after that, all these little flares appear in the sky, and they just start raining down like a meteor shower, just as you start to raise the land in front of you and just pure fire and chaos, and you can hear the moisture in the water of the swampy biome just kind of like just getting beaten out by the intense flame as you just kind of walk through in a very like badassery way as you just walking forward, just fire, hell raining from you. And speaking of fire and hell, our last friend, our girlie from hell itself, Miss Sylvie, what you doing?
I mean, yeah, I'm still fighting these bitches
You
because
are. They
they're not running. Um, so which color is like directly in front of me?
White is the one that froze in front of you from your emanation. The rest of them are not close enough.
Word. Well, I'm gonna go after white with the blue flame blade. See what happens with that. So 25 to hit.
Even in your dreams, yes.
Yeah. So that's 14 fire damage, 8
Okay.
necrotic damage, and 16 bludgeoning damage.
Sheesh. Oh, and also this is the Wrathless Smite, right? Is it still
Yeah,
running?
so wisdom save.
Ooh, they fail.
So they are now frightened, and is there another one that's within 5 feet of it?
No, those were all too slow to get even close to get into your emanation. They weren't fast enough, but this one was.
Word.
Ooh.
Well, since I don't have a closer one or another one to hit, I'll just go after the same one with a melee attack since I did a spell. And that will be a 15 to hit. Not as good.
Oh, still hits. You're good.
Per. So that'll be 14 bludgeoning damage and 9 necrotic.
14 and 9. Nice. Okay. You see that your twin kind of grabs your hand, and you feel uh the cold kind of like leaving out of you. Like you're feeling like you're warming up rather, as they grab your hand and then they hold out their other hand, and they will use a cone of cold from that adventure of ice, and they will hit these people, slowing them down, just copying what you did previously. So they'll take some damage and they will be slowed. And then you feel them like they go to run, but they're holding onto your hand, and you are still like not moving. So they're like, "Meh," but they're trying to leave, but they're not trying to let go of
Okay.
you. And so
I
they're like,
mean, I'll run with them.
perfect. And so you start to move. You know that there's five. It's a 5v2 currently. You do have the pro of slowing them down, so like they're not the best at chasing you. The one that was better at chasing you was getting his ass beat, so it looks the worst of them. So you do think you will be able to outrun them, but they will
Yeah,
chase
because
you.
the ground behind me is also now turned into icy, difficult terrain, and it leaves
Yeah,
behind. It just spreads with me.
yeah. You're pulling the opposite of a tidbit. You're just freezing everything. I'm here for it. But
Yeah.
they will continue to pursue you. They just are not. They're moving at half. Every time you stop to freeze them, they move at half speed, and so they just can't keep up with you. And so you're able to keep them back, but they're just perpetually chasing you. What would you like to do? Just like to switch up your path. You're currently on the ground running because you can fly, but your twin cannot. They are not winged.
Yeah, I mean, while we're like managing to kind of like hold them at bay, I will also just be like popping off ranged spells and like going off on them one by one. Like I'll do a bunch of Eldritch Blast and then cast an Immolation, and I plan on turning each one of these dragons to ash.
Perfect. What does immolation do? It's just-
Immolation wreaths them in blue flames, and if they fail, they're perpetually on fire, and if the flame takes them out, then their corpses turn to ash.
Perfect. Oh yeah. So in this tandem of fire and ice, this dance of fire and ice, your twin keeps shooting back as they get within the range of the 60 feet. They keep shooting back this cone of cold to slow them down, and then you're able to wreath them in flame long enough that as they chase you, they just kind of burn and wither away, and you're able to whittle down two out of the other five. Make me this is your back of the brain moment. Make me a back of the brain skill check, whatever you would like. DC unknown. Let me know what you roll and what you get. And you have advantage from your sibling, disadvantage from exhaustion, so you are making this with a neutral roll. Unless you have anything that can make, up that.
I mean, I feel like I like the way that you put it with like a dance of fire and ice. So I'll give a performance as if it's like me and twin being reunited and fucking shit up, which is like nice.
Gotcha.
We'll give mommy a show. That's a 26 because I have a plus 10 in
Ooh.
that.
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
Like my
You
other highest is like persuasion. I'm like, that makes no sense.
You feel this. You feel like you're getting in sync with your twin. You're able to move through this. It's a dance in a way that it is rewarding and also extremely exhausting. You are able to get down 2 more of these agents of Tiamat. They are reduced to ash. Correct? That's the wording of that spell. They
Yeah.
are quite literally reduced to ash. The only one left standing is Yumi, who you had sent running off to begin with. So you hadn't seen them. They weren't one of the ones chasing you, but you know they're out there somewhere. But also you know Yumi knows you. And so they are more than likely in your head trying to figure out where you're going. And as that like idea of being hunted by someone who you hunt with is like racking your brain, like it's kind of in that weird moment. We zoom out on all the party members and we see that pool of mud where things have changed. The Desiree, Null, and Sylvie are kind of still in that same weirdness of the playing that the VR, like they are like going through things, but in this mud, they're like having these weird moments. But they're still struggling. That everyone can see that. We see that Tidbit has changed. His body is still unconscious, but it has floated horizontally to the top of the mud, so it is laying. Whereas everyone else is like kind of like in the mud, like living out these things. His body is kind of like floated to the top, and he's reacting, but in like very small ways. It's like someone having a weird dream, and so it's like little facial things versus our other friends who are like full acting out, like what is happening to them. Their mouths are moving, but nothing's coming out of it. So you know that they're throwing hands. We've seen similar hand motions down to Scott or Ursine. Fuck. Sharp doing the thing where he like
No.
makes the motion of letting out Monster or Gouda, and so he's like, you see him like making these motions in the mud, or like going to make the motions in the mud. And then we look over at our friend Ursine, who is like kind of like waking up out of the dream and being like, well, you should do it. Like he's like having that end of his conversation with with the Fungal Mother of like, well, I don't want to do it, like you do it. And he's kind of like starting to like wake up. And Ursine, you realize you are all sitting in this weird pool of mud. Last episode, everyone was kind of like at belly button length. Everyone is now ascended to nipple length, except for Tidbit, who is floating horizontally, and you, who are like, you're kind of like between nipple and navel as you are like working your way out of it as you're like waking up from this dream. And you notice that you are all trapped in this weird like pool thing, and your brain alerts you that the weirdness that you were experiencing was not real. It was some weird hallucination of monstrous proportions. No one knows what's going on. You are still in there. You don't know.
Oh, aha!
But you hear him doing that. You hear Sharp Levinson. He's like, no!
Yeah, hold on. I'm in the good spot right now. Don't wake me up.
But you remember that in the last thing I leave with is you remember that the point of these dreams is not to kill you, but to hold you. The Fungal Mother wants you all to stay here, and that is what these weird delusions are. But we will leave you all here, and we will come back next week, same time, same place, different episode, same season.
Yay!
So we will see you all next week, my friends. Stay safe and come back and see us. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.